Welcome back to another live session. Hello traders, welcome back to another live session for the NY session for today. We had previous session and then now we are starting another one. And the market is quite predictable as expected. And we had previous session trade and looking forward to have one more. Are you guys ready for this one here? Which is pretty important trade coming up later. We can see the market is quite bullish at the moment in this area here. If we closely look at the market trending at the moment and on DXY as well as gold, both of them I was looking at. So in this live session we will be looking at gold and any other currency pair if coming up. So first of all, I'm looking at gold. Are you guys with me here? Say yes in the live chat if you're ready. Welcome. Hello, Miss London session. That's okay. We had an incredible trade on London session and also looking forward to this one. If you guys ready for the news coming up as well in 2 hours time, so we will try to open trades before and after as soon as it appears. So before I progress, I would like to see that all members ready for this analysis here. Welcome. Awesome. Thank you. Let's look at here first of all gold. Do you want to see gold or DXY first? DXY, you can see there is a break of structure here and we might see some downside move on DXY here to the major direction of the trend. And also gold currently pumping to the upside here to it's almost reached that all-time high on gold. Now looking at here in this instrument on gold, we can see the market from the bigger picture perspective on gold. That we look at the 4 hour here, we can see this market, this is the lower time frame support on gold. And as welcome gold first. Okay, cool. Let's look at and make sure guys you like this stream. If you like, make sure also if you haven't subscribed yet, you can do so that you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every single day. Let's begin here today's analysis, starting with gold. Now the trend is up, there's no doubt about it, right? So now the question is, are you going to be bullish or bearish? Now, to understand the trend, first of all, to see the directional bias, we need to look for the confluences, right? Now, as I mentioned in our previous live session, guys, we discussed that a lot. Come on. Previous live session that we discussed about the confluences, right? So the confluences that we need to look at here, few. Our focus is always narrow. We look at the smaller details and concentrated. That means one pointed confluences where we have few confluences but high in value, right? Imagine that 1 kilo metal with small gold, right? So if you compare both of them, there's a big difference. So you need high value rather than the quantity. That's why this week we had so far in our day trading group 5 trades this week, right? You guys know that we're in the premium group as well as in the live session. 5 of them winner, and that's not only small, they are massive winner. Now that's what we need to do, right? Smaller confluences but high in value. that some people in old school trading, they said analysis paralysis. If you have a lot of information need to align together, the attention will get diverted. What happened in the past week by the institutional trader doesn't carry much value here when we are trading now. We need to look at the next session, this session, and as a trader, that's all we need. The current session's candle. Let the market break from the structure, and then we will be going. That's how the smart money trades. And we trade with the smart money, right? The indicator shows here, if you guys look at, this is smart money trading. And that's all we need, right? Now, smart money trades based on liquidity, and that's why I more often say this. There are 3 secrets in the market that you need to master to be a master trader. And I believe everyone here can do that. Market structure, which is the backbone of the market. Liquidity, which is the fuel of the market. And the price section is the entry point in the market. When you can align these 3 points, 3 confluences, you have mastered the strategy. So now, the current session that we can see on the 4-hour chart, that we can see the market after the previous ones closed, we can see the market is pushing back to the upside. Let's look at the daily market here. Now, if you look at the daily, more often, this is the primary time frame that I look at on the daily. You can see there is a crossover of 10 and 20 EMA. And with this crossover of 10 and 20 EMA, the market has completely broken above here with a stronger momentum. And with this, if you look at here, the daily, this is the daily support level here. Key level of support, a very important support level on the daily. And if you look at the 4-hour here, you can see the market in this 4-hour time frame. This is the today's low here. The market is maintaining that structure. Now, are we looking to see the market is touching that 4 hours low or even breaking this low here? There is 55 pip gap in between the daily low and the 4-hour low. And if you closely look at it, you can see the market is coming potentially to retest that level. And now, looking at the 15 minutes chart here, this is where I would like to find our potential next entry opportunity. This is the daily low. And if you look at here, this is the 4-hour low. The market is trending, and no doubt about it, it's a very nice looking, organized, uptrending market structure. You see that this is a dynamic channel, right? Like the river. So dynamic channel, bullish channel that we can see, which is showing that potentially upside bias. Would like to see that that channel has been tested or even broken before we look for potential entry to the upside here in this market. So that being said, here I'm looking at on gold for the price to potentially drop down, breaking that low, and then to revert back again to the upside here. 15 minutes price action, it's bullish, and would like to see the market coming here for that potential drop back below in this market. So that being said, waiting for the price to potentially drop down here. Very simple strategy. You're looking for the intraday support. It's an uptrend. So what is going up is likely to go up. We are waiting for the market to potentially drop back below this intraday support level. That's where you can see it's a support here. From this support level, support here bounce back to the upside. and again support here, broken back below, bounce back to the upside here. From this support also bounce back to the upside here. So with this movement that we can see on XAUUSD, the price may possibly coming back here below this low in that area. It still can continue to bounce back here, but today's level that we are looking at potentially here until it changes the structure. From the 4 hour, if we look at, this is the current session that we can see, and this current session's price is our primary focus in this market. Do you have any other different ideas you can share? Gold first, looking for buy entries. Yes, looking for buy entries. We could see potential bounce from here, but I'm not entering in that area. We'll be waiting for the right entry, right place where we can take the best setup. Do you think market has overextended and we'll most likely see a drop to 4 hour 20 EMA? I don't think so that this market dropped to this 20 EMA on the 4 hour. It could, but I think it is still possibility for further upside here after this pullback, because the structure, if you closely look at it's creating, is highly bullish. And there is another reason. If you look at here, you see this market is in an all-time high. There's no reference here in this market to the upside to have any kind of rejection. And if you look at this structure, if I'm looking at the 15-minute chart, guys, you can see that how the market structure is being built here. You see all those series of higher low, and anytime this series of higher low is breaking, okay, from here, anytime the series of higher low is breaking, we can see there is a rejection again back here. And where is, we can see there is a support here, bounce, another long wick, bounce. So whenever the market is coming to that support level, the market is going to that level, we see that there is a rejection again from that low here. So with that being said, what we could see the market potentially to come back to that support and then to go back up. This is our primary area that we look for in this lower time frame. possible drop first to pardon, we got a little bit of disconnection, so got back in track. So possible drop to first to 3527 to 28, or every dropper 3510 to buy 3527. Yeah, 3527. If the market dropped to that level, which we could see with the news coming up, if the market dropped to that 3527, that so from 3532 to 3527, that's a very good area for buying. Okay, if the market drop in this move here, because this is the daily support level, and especially if the current session, if the current candle drop to that level, if the current session's candle drop to that level, that's an absolutely a great area to go long here in this market. So therefore, if we look at that support, which is what we can see in this area, a very important support, and if the market drop to that level, to this support here, we are looking at that here for potential buy in this market. So looking at also the 1 hour chart that we can see, you can see there is a doji from the 1 hour perspective here, which is the previous resistance turning support here, and also the 1 hour 10 EMA. Now, as rather than 4 hour 20 EMA, because 4 hour 20 EMA is well below here, and the momentum in the trend is very high. If we look at the past, if you look at here, you can see that except this area here, everywhere the market is respecting this 4 hour 10 EMA. So this is a sign of stronger momentum in the market, and there is a reason is as gold is an all-time high, as there is no reference at the top. That's why the market is moving in that fashion here. So from that point of view, if we look at the 1 hour chart, that's a reasonable zone for 1 hour 20 EMA, because we see that in the past 1 hour 20 EMA respected many times. If you look at here, so the 20 EMA is kind of acting as a dynamic support, and we saw here also 1 hour 20 EMA respected, bounce. Now with this consolidation, it's a bull market, and you can see the price slowly trying to build the pressure back below. So this 1 hour 20 EMA is a confluence below the 4 hour low, and also in between the daily support and resistance, and also the 4 hour low. Now, if the market is coming to this intraday support, which is the 1 hour 20 EMA, or the 4 hour support to the daily support, is a level that we can look for potential buying here. Now, our watch list, our zone that we are looking at, if you guys look at in our previous session, we discussed that when we secure a trade from here, the next one we could find from this zone, and it in fact rejected from that level, which is a very important area of value. Now this is a, if you guys look at, you can see that this is a smart money zone. That means, now how do you know that it's a smart money zone, right? It's a very good question. How do you know it's a smart money zone? Let's understand that. You know that without looking at it's a smart money zone, you are well ahead in the game of trading. Welcome, welcome. Just bounce of hourly support. Yeah, exactly. That's bounce of that level. So the way you can know that it's a smart money zone, let's say you are looking, you are, eating a popcorn, it's raining outside, right? looking into the window outside, you see that the leaves in the tree are moving, right? You can't see anything else. From the movement of the tree, you know that the wind is blowing. So it's an invisible things that you can see from the visible things. So you can understand the abstract from the concrete. From the movement of the market, you can understand that the smart money trading, right? Otherwise, how the market moved that much up. If you look at here, from this is where we have entered our first trade, right? In our London session, exactly to that level. And look at the move exactly from that level. How much has gone that back to the upside. Now, as a retail trader, we can't even move few people trading all together. Keep in mind, guys, that's the key. Because very smaller volume coming from the retail traders. So to make the market that much of move, that has to have smart money volume in the market. So that means this is where the smart money bought and the market moved. Now, the next level is 3532 to lower. But because this is a very stronger momentum currently in this trend, the market may not come back to that level. That's okay. Because only if that's happened, then we are on the trade. If doesn't, we can look for the next level once it creates. There is another way of price negotiation, right? This is how the trading is. That's where you become a better trader. Look at the 30 minutes price action now. One single move. Would like to see that it's straight coming back below that level here. In the meantime, guys, did you like this stream? Thank you. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates. This is NFP week. Would like to take the maximum from this week, as NFP week is the best week to trade. That's what you can see. And now, possible buy area on a drop to that level, after an up on a drop to this support level here. looking at the previous trade that we have opened in this market, because there is a saying, if you have looked at the cooked rice, so you don't have to press all those rice to understand the rice is cooked, right? You need few to press to understand it. Similarly, if you look at here, the previous trade that we have opened, we had this week total 5 trades, right? Not many. 5 trades and all of them winner. So if we understand the previous trade, then we can understand the current trade as well, where we are looking at the entry. So if you look at here, you can see that this is the level that we looked at in our previous session for an entry. And this is the entry point that we have used in our previous session. So our stop loss was here. Around, I think, 65. In the market we bought from here, the market has moved exactly as expected. How can you catch yourself this trade at any point the market is giving? So that's the basis of this live session, so that you can gain that skill and become an independent trader. Now, first of all, I discussed the more detail on this trade and tell you that exactly what I considered in this trade. I would like to see how many members here really passionate about becoming an independent trader. So I'm posting a question. So say yes or no in the live chat, because what you say, most likely you're gonna go towards it, because our goal as a trader is ultimately become an independent trader. And that's why every strategy, okay, I got one member, say yes, whoever want to become an independent trader. Well done. Very good. Very good. Yep, that's what we want to make sure, that every trader in this academy, in this channel, get to that point where they can develop that skill of becoming an independent trader. So if you look at, well done, well done. I see that everyone writing here is about to become an independent trader, because you know that everyone has the ability to become an independent trader, because the best thing in trading, you don't need anything, right? You need nothing. For example, if I say how many want to be an engineer, right? Or how many of you want to be a doctor? Then there is something you need. You have to have a very good knowledge on maths, physics, chemistry, right? Because if you want to be a writer, then you may not need much knowledge in maths, but if you want to be an engineer or doctor, probably you need certain subject that you need to master more than the other. But in trading, you need nothing. Even you don't need anything, right? That's the best thing with trading. Why? Because anyone can be a trader. Either you study it or no, you can be a trader because it's pattern. It's all about pattern recognition, right? Because the language of trading is universal. So therefore, becoming an independent trader is not hard, as it's already everyone is capable of. Now, what is then lacking? That's what you need to look at, right? What is the lack? The lack is lack of belief and confidence. So that's what we want to develop by trading in the live market. And this live session is providing you that everything. That's why I do share all my trade education and everything in this channel. And also the tools. This is my best tool currently on giveaway to the Academy members, right? This is the strategy that I was trading for a very long period of time now. Smartly, it has been programmed to directly send push notification on my mobile phone as more often. Probably I'm outside on the park walking or sitting on the beach, but I don't want to miss a trade. I'm not in front of my computer, but I have the mobile phone and I don't want to miss a trade. Now this tool now also connected to give a push notification in my mobile where I can see all the entry stop loss for each trade generating by my strategies. Because the rules of the strategies sometimes difficult to remember. But when I have a tool, that's easy. That's why I'm giving it completely away to the members in the Academy. You guys have seen that based on that we are trading. And you can explore more about the Academy and all the strategies that we have. I would encourage you to visit the website. You can find link below this video, where once you are on the website, you can find more information on everything that you have in the Academy. You don't have to join, but I would encourage you to go to the website. That might be a life-changing for you. So let's go back to our trade setup here. Where am I looking at today is the buy area. Now, if you look at the 30 minutes, so what we need to see when we can look at the Bollinger Band, what we need to see here is the market to come back to the previous session's low, not in a healthy way, but in a way that we can understand this market will reverse. So if we only know that, let's say if we say that the market coming here I'm going to buy, it's gonna be incomplete. I'll be explaining later why it is so important that not only the market to come to a support or resistance, but also in a specific way. That's what we will be discussing here. welcome. So we see that really great number of traders are on the way to become an independent trader. So what is an independent trader? Independent trader means that you can make your trading decision without any interference. So you are able to make your trading decision, and it takes time, right? Becoming an independent trader is a journey. It's not a destination, but the more you started to practice, the faster it becomes easy for you to get to that point. Now, to be an independent trader, the first thing that you need to make sure that you always focus on learning rather than trading. You still be trading, but focus more on learning. What level the market will retrace? We don't need to know, in fact, what level, but we need to know that when it does. So this is the fact that we need to understand. So for example, you will never know that actually what level the market will come or drop, but you will know when it drops how it has reacted. That means it's like you are watching a soccer game or a cricket game or any kind of sports. Stay in the sideline and identify those levels, and then see how the other traders are reacting or acting, okay, to that level. So this is the basis. Now, as a trader, what we need is only to be able to know what level we will be looking at. Key level, right? Key level is the key. And then not only key level, but also how the price is reacting to that key level. That's where the real trade will come in play. And that's what we did in our past trade. Now at the moment, the current level that I'm looking at on gold is 3532 to 3527 to 26. If we enter in that area, we will be looking to place the stop loss below. Now we need to see, as I mentioned earlier, the market to come to that level in a specific way, where we'll see the market behaving differently. So what that specific way that you need to look at when you are looking at the market to trade? Right? So how we want to see that the market, for example, if this market coming here like that, I'm not gonna buy this market. You see, if it comes like this, then I'm not gonna buy this market, because most likely it's gonna do something like that, and ultimately coming here like that, you see. But if this market come here like this, then I'm gonna buy here. Very simple. So that's what we need to understand, that how the market is coming, because how it is coming to that area of value has a relationship with how the price, the traders will react or act in that zone where you can see the market is in. Now at the moment is we can see the 4-hour chart. It's on a bullish impulse. We have another 1 hour for the news to come up. I think before the news, expecting a deeper pullback or drop to that support level. That's where the entry is here for us to go in this market. New trader that found your live streaming, welcome. Yeah, absolutely welcome, guys. For those who are new here or for those who are already there, it's a great learning. We together trade and we share the same experience. That's why the community is. Share your experience, how long you are trading, everyone here. Are you a complete beginner or you are already trading for some more time? And when we are, especially in the beginning, it's hard. And that's why, guys, also there are free lessons available also on the Telegram. If you find the link below this video where you can find more information and more courses that helpful for your growth. Now, if you're a complete beginner or not complete beginner, even I would say 1 year, 2 years is also beginning stage of trading until you become very good at it. Consistency is the key. Being a trader, you have to be consistent. Okay, consistent. Not in always winning, but remaining in trading. That is consistency. Because learning to trade takes little time, and once you are there, present, waiting, working, trading, that's consistency. Now, if you trade consistently for 1 to 2 years, then still you are beginner. But for those who can sustain above that time frame, depending on your pace as a trader, then they become very good at it. And that's a because anything or everything you want to achieve or attain in life requires a little bit of long-term picture. Because until you master something, it's become difficult to get a good result out of it. Trading is no different than that. In fact, trading is hard, but at the same time easy, because once you get that strategy, once you learn the strategy, once you know that in what situation you will be trading, either buying or selling, you start to see the market and you start to see all the opportunity opening for you. So keep open mind to become a better trader. That's all we need to look at. Now you can see here, if you look at from here, we saw that move, drop. Again, we can see the market is going back up, expecting it to drop to that support for another entry in this market. So from the intraday perspective, from 1 hour time frame that you can see, this is the 1 hour price action here from the support level. Complete break to the upside, expecting it to drop back to that support. Now it's still pushing back to the upside. We see there is a 1 hour candle close, and as soon as the candle close, the market is moving back to the upside. The trend momentum is higher. So also there is an, if you guys probably, if you are familiar with this indicator, commodity channel index, that's also an indicator, shows strength in the market. From here, the support and moving back to the upside. And with this support level here, we can see the market made its move back to the upside, coming to that support potentially, pushing back again, crossing that resistance line here, possibly to cross that and then to revert again back below. Expecting the market to potentially drop here to this support, where there is a high liquidity in this market. Now for an entry, welcome. I'm a beginner. Yep. I started trading in 2012. That's quite a while. That's big knowledge. Even before me. It's good. But without knowledge, okay. I also once made 1600 in one trade. Okay. Yeah, so basically, the longer you stay in this trading, the more knowledge you gain. Because it's all about delay. Because the longer you can stay, the more you learn. You don't have to be necessarily profitable to stay longer. Because it's all about learning. So to be profitable or to be professional trader, the goal here is to stay active as a trader. And to do that, what we need is a strategy, a tool, and a way to trade the market. So do you have your own strategy or you trade with others' strategy? Also important point that you need to look at. For long trading experience, very good. If it's expected to drop to the liquidity, why not sell until the buy area and then buy again? Okay. That's a valid point, right? If it dropped to that liquidity zone, okay, then why we are not selling here? Then we are okay. That's a very valid point. Now the answer is that we don't know if it will drop to that level or no. Only if it drops, then you see that the market is going up. It's not dropping. But if it drops, then you will be buying, because let's say you saw one red candle here, drop to that level. It may still can go up from here. But you saw the next one also became red, drop to that level. Still can go up from here. And you saw the next one drop to that level. Now we will be buying from this level. Like that. Because if you see the market drop to that area of value, then the condition fulfills, because the market can do anything at any point, any given time. So if I give you an analogy, let's say there is a raining and you have a mango tree outside of your house and it's storm. Okay. With the storm, the mangoes are falling off the tree. So you have decided, you know that there will be some mango will fall off the tree because there is a wind. But you decided you will go to the storm to pick the mangoes only if 10 mangoes fall off the tree or more. So that kind of, you need to place some kind of condition to enter into the trade. That is edge, because it's all about probability. Even the market, you certainly can't say that the market will go up from here. It is still can come back well below, hit your stop loss, and could continue to rise back to the upside here. So that is why it comes down to the probability as a trader. So what is probability? Probability is your ability to predict the unpredictable. Probability is sometimes very difficult to comprehend, though it looks easy, and that's why this question comes. Probability is, if you look at the Schrodinger cat experiment, this is one way to understand the probability, right? According to Schrodinger, if you put a cat inside a box, okay, and if you don't open the box, if you keep the box closed, and after a certain period of time, will that cat be dead or alive, right? This is the question. Now, according to Schrodinger, the cat is in superposition. So that means it is dead or alive at the same time. It's very confusing, right? How can a cat be dead or alive at the same time? Because it's still not opened yet. So it's both probability, both scenario happening at the same time in the now. So once the box is open, then it's gonna unfold one aspect of it. In the similar way, if you look at this trade here, when the market is coming here, before it comes here, this trade is winner and loser at the same time because it's in a superposition, right? But if you look at, let's say, the cat perspective from your experience, let's say you put a cat on the box and then you wait for 1 year without opening the box, right? Now apply the probability. Still Schrodinger's cat experiment applied, right? It's still in a superposition of dead and alive at the same time. But because the time delay from your experience, the probability of being dead is almost, let's say, 99%. But still there's 1% of probability of being alive. So everything is like based on your or anyone's action, the unfold outcome increases or decreases the probability, but it still is there. And any outcome can come out at any point of time. So that being said, if you look at here, when the market is coming to this support level, at any point of this move, you can expect a rejection back to the upside. So the only thing happening is that when it is dropping, let's say from here going up, the probability 70%, coming down is 30%. So there is still a component that is pulling that price down. And that way, the dropper, it is the lower it is coming, and then it's coming here, the probability getting higher and higher. It's like an electron cloud around the nucleus. Right? So that's what the Niels Bohr's atomic model. Well, the Rutherford said that the electron is a particle and it's just emitting energy and colliding into the nucleus, which was later become old school or inefficient model, while Niels Bohr said that it's a cloud around the nucleus showing as a probability. Similarly, it's the same way here. The probability here, okay, the cloud of probability of going back to the upside from this support level. Now, if the market doesn't come here, will you not be trading? Of course, you will be trading. We need to look for the new area of value, and until this 4 hour, as the news coming, we'll be looking at here again. Okay, so you see, found a new support level. If you look at the lower time frame here, that from the 30 minutes perspective, and the lower time frame from the 1 hour. Here's the 1 hour 10 EMA, and now this is the nearest support here. We have two levels that you can look at. We need deeper pullback for an entry. It's still going back to the upside here. What is going up is likely to go up, and we more often know that buy from higher high, sell from lower low. But it's always the best idea is to buy from local breakdown and sell from local breakout. We need to see the breakup structure, breakup trend before we look for any entry. Welcome. Now here is the move that you can see in this market, where from this high, it's because it's an all-time high, so the market might be quite unpredictable at the moment in that trend. So that's why we need to look for the most efficient area of value. So I'm looking at here, guys, this is a complete breakout at the moment and a very sharp bullish trend. And this is the 15 minutes price action. Also the 4-hour level that looking at for before the candle close, we might see a potential drop to this intraday support level. From the daily here, you can see the market is in fact breaking above, crossing that high here, and that is where we're looking at the market to possibly test the support and then to revert back again to the upside here. Looking here for this potential move back below to this support level. Expecting it to further come back here. We need to see that full pullback to this key level of support here, which is an important area of value. Coming back here for this support level here, waiting for an entry. And if you look at the trend now, which is showing pretty strongly bullish here at the moment, and we might see the potential weak fill here, expecting it to break below further to this support level. Is ready for another move. What if the market doesn't come down and goes higher? That's a very reasonable question, right? So what if the market doesn't come down and goes higher? Then let it go. We will be looking for the new area. So what happened is that if the market keep going up, then we will see that another session candle, right? We need to look for session by session. There will be a pullback. So if the market doesn't pull back, then it's not a very good market to trade. So what we are looking at, pullback, right? So if you look at, let's say the market from here going up, and we are waiting here to enter, it's going up, going up, going up, and the candle close here, right? And the new candle open, going up, going up, going up. You want to see pullback to that session's low. If it doesn't drop to that session's low, then it's not a very good market to trade. You will be waiting for another candle to open. So that's how it is until it start pull back or come to specific area with a pullback. We are not going to take any trade in that. That's what we are looking at. Okay, so if you look at this market here on Xauusd, you can see the market has made its move, and already it has made its move, and we need to look for the pullback in this market. So how to join your classes? Welcome, Arun. So if you guys, for those who want to explore more about the strategy tools, you guys can visit the website here, www.forextradingwizard.com, and where you can find more information. You can find link below this video to explore more about everything that we have in the academy, including all the premium trade that I am opening. This week we had 5 trades, all of them winner. Every trade that we opened. That's how strategy is what give you always an edge in the market. Along with not only one trade or 5 trades, 6 trade, each trade has to have a reason behind it, right? Each trade that you are opening, there has to have a reason behind each trade that you are opening. So when you are looking at a market, what you need is that each trade to give you proper reason behind each trade, right? So when you are opening position, what we need is that each trade to give you a lesson, an education, because behind each trade there is a strategy. So that's what goal here is, to once I'm sending the trade in the group, also a clear explanation of the trade so that you guys know that exactly how to catch those trades in the market whenever it appears. I'm a novice trader. Welcome, coach. How to first in my trading skill? Scalping only. Welcome. So for those who are beginner, guys, make sure that you are not missing the real education here. So especially for beginner, one of the biggest struggle for the beginner as a trader is to find the right guidance, right? It's hard, really hard, because it's very rare to find the right education in trading. You guys have seen that the trade that we have opened in the past session yesterday, the day before. For those who are waiting here for a little extended time on the live session, you guys have seen that how the trade was spotted. And looking at the live market and seeing those trade appearing and opening, you will find very difficult to get the right education, because these are smart money way to trade the market. And in the market, okay, the real profitable traders are the smart money traders, because that's where they make money for each trade they're opening. And as a trader, as a retail trader, we only have the access to how they are looking at the market, trading the market. That's where we can find an edge when we follow their footstep. So because if you are trading like a retail trader, then you're gonna most likely having the same situation with the other trader. So smart money is key, right? So now lower time frame price action from this high, it's now waiting for this pullback to this low, to this lower time frame support level here in this market. This is a near support here. We can see the market started to drop to that key support level. We have news coming up in 30 minutes. Before the news, we might be able to find an entry, as this is where I'm looking at for possible entry. If the market drop to this current support level, we can look for a short-term bullish entry from this area. So this is the 1 hour support level. And also from the 4 hour perspective, also it's an important support, as this candle is showing that possible upside here. We might see the market potentially to trend back here to the upside to create a new higher high in this market. Expecting now for deeper pullback here to this key support level, and from this support expecting it to revert back again to the upside to the major direction of the trend. Okay, coach, how do I fasten my trading skill? Okay, so how can you become better in trading fastest way? Share your thought, guys. What do you think? What is the fastest way to become a better trader? So I've shared a question. If you guys can answer that, what is the fastest way to become a better trader? So you see the market dropping here to that support level that we are discussing from the 1 hour. If we look at, it's almost there. We see some downside here from the 1 hour perspective. We have a news coming up. We can see some downward pressure. Now, how far we could see the drop? We might be able to find a potential entry. we are looking at here in this market as the bars tested the support here from the 1 hour. Now if the news bringing the price back below here, it's gonna be okay, so you see there is a breakup structure here, and with this breakup structure we can see the market may possibly dropping here back below to this support level. Welcome guys. So would like to see that here possible drop back below further, and would like to see the market to possibly come back here to this 1 hour. This is the previous level. So you have 15 minutes to 18 minutes for this news to come up. Let's delete all of this here for a potential entry as the 4 hour candle closing. What I think now with this candle close, the one probability is the market to straight come back here, cross this low, and then to return again back to the upside. The other probability is just to price to continue to bounce back here to the major direction of the trend. So from this high, we can see the price slowly coming to this low. the downward pressure is on here, and 15 minutes price action. We see there's a 15 minutes candle closed, and from that candle closed we see that this is 1 hour candle, and can we look for an entry here? We have only 15 minutes to go before the news to come up. Looking at the previous resistance turning support here on this area, lower time frame 15 minutes, that you can see candle closed with one bearish candlestick pattern formation here in this area. What we are looking at here in this market for the price to potentially come back below to this support level here. So I'm looking at for potential entry, but the only now for us to the thing we need to look for the news coming up. We may have an entry in this support level. The market has dropped with a this is a stronger drop, and if this move coming here in a regular time, it's gonna be an entry for a possible upside. But we see the market as coming up in 15 minutes the news. So if the spike coming here for a test of this support, even we could see before the 4-hour close the market to come back well below here to this support. Showing a lower time frame bearish here, which could be that the market here to drop back below this support level. 4-hour candle close coming, and we can see the market, as we discussed, is on a pullback. This is what we need. As I mentioned earlier, patience is key. This is what we are looking at for this market to drop back below. Why do you always use buy sell limit instead of directly pressing buy or sell? Okay, that's So the firstly, we sometime press buy sell if the market on the level, but we use buy sell limit is because we want to enter from the zone, from the most important area of value, right? So if we give an example, if we look at our previous trade that we have opened, if you guys looked at that here, right, the long run session, the market boom bounced back from that same level to the upside, and we place the buy limit is because you want to see that the market has come back to that level that we are looking for entry. We don't want to enter from an area where the market is not coming to the point. So this is the main reason for buy or sell limit. Now, sometime buy stop, buy limit, sell stop, sell limit causes little confusion, right? Has anyone got any confusion about how the buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop works? I can explain quickly here before the news so that you guys know that how it works. If anyone has confusion, I can give you some tricks here because sometime it gets confusing, I know. Should you place buy limit or buy stop? Should you place sell limit or sell stop? There is a dedicated also YouTube video here in this channel. If you're subscribed, you can go to the playlist where you can find a complete lesson on buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop in the market. So just to give an idea here, so when you see that, let's say the market is coming bearish engulfing 15 minutes time frame. Okay, so even bearish engulfer on the 15 minutes time frame, we are not gonna sell here because it's a bull market. Always price action comes after the trend. Okay, so trend is the most important point that we need to look at when we are trading. Trend is your friend until it bends in the end. So it's a or proverb, right? So trend is your friend as long as you are trading. That's the key. Always trading with the trend is the most profitable trading system one can ever have. So if you look at here, okay, you can see the market is in an uptrend. So bearish engulfer more often could be the other way around. You'll see that in a strongly falling market, strong bearish price action in fact represents potential reversal. So bearish engulfer only works in a bullish, like in a bearish market after a pullback when the market return to the direction of the major trend. Otherwise, you'll see that the bearish engulfer or in a bullish engulfer, it plays out completely the other way around. So if I give you an example, that's why I always look for the trend. You see this bearish drop, boom, bounce back to the upside here. But bullish engulfer has played out, right? Though it came down later, but played out. So always look to trade in the direction of the trend and then coming to the price action, either bullish or bearish price action that you'll see in the market. Welcome. We have 5 minutes to go for the news to come up. Let's start a poll here before we look at the news, and then we can look for if there is any entry. What is your view on news? Spike up or spike down? What do you think here? Explain. Yep, we'll be looking at that. We have only 4 minutes that I'm waiting to see if the market coming for this spike here or continuing back again with the next candle. You're looking at here, we can see the market slowly trying to build that pressure. We have 2 minutes to go for the news to come up, and looking at the calendar, Xauusd job opening, it's on less than a minute. The news is coming. Okay, so you see that there is a bounce here. There's a bounce from this support level, and 4 hour closed with a move back to the upside here. This is the nearest support here that you can see on gold, and waiting for the market to potentially drop back below and then to return again back to the upside here. Four-hour perspective here, which is an important support, and we're expecting the market to test and then to return back again to the upside. This is where the market, this is an important support here that we are looking at, and so it's maintaining a typical uptrending market structure. We see there is a breakup structure here and then bounce again, breakup structure. This is the 4-hour support where the market had a bounce from this level. Now, what I think guys here is that the market now may give us an entry. Now we have found a new level. This is what I am waiting so long for, a level to create it. So this is the current support. If you look at the 1-hour price action, you can see it's a stronger bounce, and 3549.31 crossing that low is a level that we can look for possible buy in between this zone, and then to push back to the upside during the time of this current candle. So yeah, so basically this is the level that we can look for possible entry as the market with that data has come out, just job opening, which is showing little less than the expected. So that has, if you look at as NFP coming, so that has given further blow on DXY. You see there is a pretty rejection here on dollar as we expected here from the weekly, and as the market is coming down from that level, which is boosting gold to be to the upside. And with this support level, this is the current level that we can see 3549 is a key level of support, expecting the market to potentially trend from that level to the upside, so that we can look for possible bullish entry in this market. So that being said, guys, this is the level that I'm looking at, as we're almost nearly to the end of the session. Total, we have 5 trades this week, all of them winners. Still we have almost more than half week to go, and if another 5 trades, potentially 10 trades in a week, I think that's more than enough to become profitable. See, 5 trades winner, we take another 3 wins out of 5, we are almost over 80% win rate. That's what we need as a trader. Keep winning, guys, and we'll be waiting here patiently for an entry, and I'll keep you posted, updated. Tomorrow I will be coming on live in NY session only. Tomorrow Thursday, London session off, so coming up on NY session, and followed by Friday again NFP. There will be massive giveaway in NFP after the trade session, so make sure you join that here as well. And this session still haven't got proper entry, but waiting for that entry. Patience is key, guys. As I mentioned, always keep in mind that don't be discouraged if you wait a little longer and the market didn't show up the trade, because when it show up, it's gonna show up quite a few trades in a row. So with that being said, I'll see you guys again very soon, trading live together. I hope that you enjoyed this session, you learned from it. Keep learning, keep growing, and also watch more content, because the more you learn, the faster you'll grow. That's the fastest way to grow, learning and growing. And also, if you want to scale up your learning, as you have guys want to grow and progress as a trader, you can visit the website here, link below this video, to access more content, premium trade setup, education, as well as analysis, also the trading tools that you have. Until that, guys, stay well, stay happy. I'll see you again very soon, trading live together.